Hi everyone, this is Angelina and I would like to warmly welcome and thank you for joining us here today for the Smada World webinar. This webinar is dedicated to one topic only today, that being the information we have for you around the NLA branded email. This is for the master email accounts only. We're not dealing with the NLA accounts that you might want, and Noel will fully explain this, so please just keep your eyes and ears wide open. Any questions in this webinar have to be related to the email topic. No other questions will be answered today. We'll announce another webinar for the updates and progress reports around the other topics. Okay? So now, without any further ado, I'd like to welcome Mr. Noel Adams, our CEO and leader of the Smada team, and the founder of Next Level Africa. Welcome to the mic, Noel.
For those of you that don't know how we stumbled onto this, well, not really stumbled onto it. We had an issue with the DOT system that we'd recommended to members to use that Google were using. We changed that. So we had a lot of members that could not access their accounts and get their one-time passwords sent to them and transferring coins from one account to another because the email wouldn't work. So having to do that, the way we went with it. So I think we should thank Google for what they've actually made us do out there. So in saying that, we realized there was something special going on here with having our own email system promoting our brand. So we looked at it closer and started looking at the fact that it could be a standalone product, because I won't go into too much detail at the moment, but there's a lot going on with our coins. So with this particular program, it will enhance the coin, because what we will do with it is that we will manage, eventually when we roll the program out, everyone will be paid in coin. Now that coin will be able to be liquidated on the exchange. If it's a problem liquidating it on the exchange, we'll liquidate it internally. So therefore people can either receive coin or dollars, whichever they prefer. So in saying that, we have our own email program. Now we're going to be calling it Email Plus Income. The Email Plus Income is self-explanatory. It shows you that you can have an email, plus you can have an income with that email. Very few email systems allow you to have an income, especially with the likes of Google, Hotmail, Yahoo. You can tell the world about those email systems and you won't receive 1 cent. So that's basically where we are with it. Now, the Next Level Africa brand, it really comes down to this. Using our own branded email system allows us to promote the brand. And with 50,000 accounts in Next Level Africa, that'll give us extreme exposure. And we will be promoting the brand on many fronts, one being the e-commerce platform, which is getting very, very close to rolling out. What I find, it's hard to not include a little bit of what is going on, but I'm trying to avoid it because there's a lot going on. I don't want to get bogged down talking about other things, but the e-commerce platform, the bank have taken over and they're actually working on that for us as well. So we are moving forward with that e-commerce program. Now the income potential from our brand, well look, the income potential from our brand is unlimited. NLA already have our own brand covered on a number of frontages. NLA have our own cryptocurrency and the NLA coin. NLA have our crowdfunding platform, and of course NLA have our own exchange. And plus there's much more on the drawing board, and one of them being this email system that you're now looking at. Because we have selected a provider that's been in business here in Australia, a global provider, they've been doing this for over a decade. I have been involved with the company personally for 1.5 decades. So they're well set up for emails, web hosting. They're a complete web hoster. Now, with what we're setting up here, there's unlimited email addresses. So create private, password protected email addresses. And in this case, it would be a name at nextlevelafrica.net. So I've had quite a few people coming in with business names, a little bit of humorous names, and there's quite a bit going on. It's the members that have given us the idea to do this, because I can see it as a bit of a fun thing. And in saying that, I will also make sure that there's a dollar value in anyone putting any effort into doing things. And because we use our NLA coin in the system as well, it just means that there's dollars plus because of the fact of the coin going up in value. Now you have unlimited email storage, so total storage space allocated across our global mail network. And so it just means that you've got plenty of everything going on, storage, unlimited addresses. So it's a very, very nice, clean system. Spam and virus protection. Your mail is scanned for spam and viruses at the point of entry into our network. With the latest technology, we can reduce the chance of spam and viruses making it to your inbox. And that's always very, very handy. People like Yahoo, and I'm not knocking those, but they're all free email systems, and they really don't allow them to do anything there as far as protection. A lot of people have been hacked through those peer-to-peer systems. So this is fully secured, and all email hosting plans can connect directly with our secure email server, and you can send, receive email messages in an encrypted way for maximum security. But look, we have technical support, award-winning tech support on demand when we need it, 24/7, 365. We've got phone support, email support, live chat support, online support, portal and social network. Now we look after all of that. We've got our technical people that deal directly with their technical people on any issues that we have. And mind you, there's not many. It's just that we've got direct link with them on what's happening with it. So we are rather pleased to see that this is all something that we can manage out there. Okay, look, we'll take up from the setting it up on other. If you wanted to set it up, you can always have access to your mail account from all devices anywhere in the world. All email accounts are accessible by standard protocols, POP3, IMAP, SMTP for email sending and receiving in all email applications and mail clients. So you can set it up in your Outlook if you run Outlook. So it's quite a handy one to set up. That brute force protection as a business email hosting provider. We handle all attacks against our email boxes, and we will block any malicious activity or people trying to compromise or flood your account. They have a reliable cloud network. Your email is hosted in a world-class cloud storage network, meaning you have access from anywhere in the world, ensuring continued operation of your email. So it's a very, very global usage on the email. Now, this is how this works. And look, the first time through this, you might have a little bit of trouble possibly understanding it, but as you look at it a few times, it'll start to make sense. Now, first of all, what you do is you request your personalized master email account. And we're calling it a master email account because we can link all your other accounts to the one account if you wish. So you'll need to have chosen 3 usernames to submit. Username 1 is your preferred, username 2 is your next choice in case username 1 isn't available. And then you can have 3 in case 1 and 2 are not available. So you don't need to put nextlevelafrica.net in there, just simply the username, because we already know it defaults. It is nextlevelafrica.net that you're looking for, so just type in the username is sufficient. Now, price for your personalized email address is $20 USD, payable by bank, by PayPal, Bankwire, or Bitcoin. You'll be entered into a forced fed matrix. And we're also going to incorporate, and I'll go into this at a later time, we will be running a team build, but we have a lot of large builders that have been talking to me about wanting to do their own build. And I don't really want to put these teams into the system until we get the NLA members neatly in place in a very tight matrix. And then it doesn't matter if someone comes in underneath that and wants to build, because it will benefit the members anyway. So you can actually do the 2. You can do a solo build if you wish, but doing a solo build, I personally don't recommend it because it's very hard to fill a matrix and have no spaces in your matrix, no empty holes. Having a team build where they force feed and build from left to right and fill the matrix is a much better way to go. Now, what we're talking about with this as well, I'll just quickly add this in. This price of $20 paying for your email, that will also give you entry into the matrix. So you'll be set up in the matrix from that initial amount. You won't have to pay any more money to go into the matrix. And in most cases, people particularly getting in now, when they're placed into the matrix, they'll have a down line and there'll be never any more money to pay. So we'll go through the comp plan, but that's what we have in place. So this is not something that you'll pay again to go into the matrix. It's already paid. Now, let's have a look at this and see what we finish up with. What you've got here is, I'm just trying to get something to draw. What you've got, obviously, that is you up there, and they're the various lines, 1, 2, 3 through to 7. Now, we've decided to do a 4x7 matrix. Now, what it would be is, if you had your 4 members on there, that you would receive $5 each per member. So the first member you're getting 5, which then the next member you're getting 10, and so on, until you receive your 4 members on there. So you're receiving $20 a month. Now, this program is going to be a monthly program. It'll create more revenue for people as well. So what you're looking at is that if your monthly amount, and you've got 4 people on your first line, you're now involved in the program at no direct cost. I guess we have fees and stuff in there, so to say it's free is incorrect, but there's no direct cost on doing that. Now, on your line 2, you have 16 people on your line 2. And so what would happen with that is, as each person starts to fill in, you're getting $3 for each person that fills in on your second level. And if doing a team build is where we're going with it, what you find is that members are doing that and starting to fill up from left to right. Eventually, when you get to 16 people there, you're then getting $48 from that 16 people, which is a total of $68. That's what you're now receiving, $68. So what I would suggest from there is because duplicating this is probably going to be a very important thing for everybody, for the members, the people that have come in at the top of the matrix. They are being supported by the people coming in underneath them. And so once you're in profit, you should consider taking another position in the matrix and giving yourself another business center in the matrix, because you can see there, if you've got that line filled, you're now receiving a profit of $48 per month, and that would cover another position. And then eventually that position will take over from there and start to produce, so you'll no longer be supporting it from your top position, and the top position will continue to grow as well. Now line 3, you can see you've got 64 people on line 3. That comes in at $2 per person. So each time a person arrives on your line 3, it's $2, to eventually you're receiving $128 from that. Now you'll see that from there you've got a total of $196 coming in. So we're starting to get to the point where you've got a reasonable income coming in. It's not life-changing stuff out there, but certainly with the emails building out there and numbers building, you're going to have some fairly nice income coming in. I guess as we start getting up to line 4, you've got 256, and that drops to $1 on that, but it once again gives you $256, or a total of $452. Once again, we get a line 5, 1,024. That's also $1, so it's $1,024 on that line. Gives you 1,476 total income. And of course, as it starts to get up with more numbers, on line 6, you've got 4,096 people on line 6. So you can see where it's starting to get rather interesting there. We've actually made line 7, that will be the most profitable line, because you'll finish up with approximately 16,384 people total in that line. So what you'll finish up there is that you'll have an income from that line of $32,768. So from that, you'll certainly be well into it. Now, what we're looking at that is, because that represents $15 of the $20 a month that members will pay. So it's 75% going paid out to the members. So consequently, what we've got is that your potential income from a matrix is $38,340 per month. That rounds off at somewhere around about $450,000 a year. But let me tell you this, getting paid in the NLA coins, if the coins follow the same trend to what they have done, we can see the coin doubling or even tripling in the next 12 months. I don't want to overstate what the coin might go to. I mean, I have my own thoughts on it. So if that were the case, the $450,000 you were paid in coin value could be worth $1 million plus, because of the value of the coin, because some members will want to sell the coin, all of it, some of it. Some members will want to keep it. So we have no way of really working out what the income is, but it's unlimited. And of course, we have had a number of members now. That's why we're bringing it to the database, because we already have a number of members applying for multiple accounts, and it's in everyone's interest. We wanted to make sure there was a fair assessment of who comes into the matrix. We want to try and make that so that we can have the members, the NLA members, scattered through the top of the matrix. And then once we get that sorted out, we'll then have other outside influences coming into the matrix. So that's really where the payouts for the coins work out. So we are in a position where we are looking rather good with it. Now, the landing page, look, we're set up. This will run under the emailplusincome.com once we set it up and we get the site set up. The registration form is available on emailplus.smada.world. We also have a presentation. This presentation you're seeing now is there on emailplusincome.smada.world. All of these will be out there if anyone wants to take a copy of them now, so you can have them at your fingertips, but we will be releasing the recording, so you'll have all this in there. But when the recording is released, you will find that there'll be a lot of interest in people wanting to take further positions. So the people on this webinar now probably have a little bit of a start on the masses coming into it, because we can see quite a large number coming in. And because, look, there is a lot going on. I don't want to start on it at the moment. I don't want to sound like I'm hyping up what's going on through our entire network, but there's certainly some major things happening, and I'll be able to share them with you on the next webinar, where it'll be dedicated to our overall program rather than just this. So look, with that, if anybody's got any questions, you can post them in there, but we're only answering questions in relation to this email. Any other questions to do with our other activities, we're saving that for the next webinar. Okay, I'll hand it over to Angelina now, and then we'll look at the questions from there. Thank you.
In the chat there, I'll just finish typing that in. And we're quite excited about this program. So the presentation will be completely in the webinar recording. I don't see questions. Okay, they're starting to come in. Nicole, that is a support question. Can you please send that to just as a reply to your email? Tim, we know that people, okay, this has been really well received. Everyone who has sent in a request for their email and subsequently have paid will get their branded email. Not to worry, it's all recorded. It's just we have had a ton of response. Jerry, where do we request our email? Jerry, there's a form that has been posted. We'll repost it again after the webinar. It's been posted in the Skype rooms. So Noel, just one second. Okay, Noel, Andrew has a question that I will hand the mic back over to you, and you can go from there. Thanks.
Assume something. The people that are here now are going to be up the very top of the matrix. They're going to have people underneath them. So everybody pays $20 a month. But remember this, that when you are placed into the matrix and you've got a downline, the funds come from that downline. So what you have a potential here is to, for a $20 investment, what you have a potential is to make that into a $38,000 a month income, or $450,000 a year for that one-off out-of-pocket of $20. And because I'm into digital products, not physical products. And so therefore what we look at with this is that one email account takes up as much room as 1 million email accounts. So you're not having to have an extra room built on your house or a garage full of product, because the only way to have income is to have auto ships on a product. And this is what this is. It's an auto ship on the maintenance and upkeep of the email system. And in doing that, we're able to pay people for spreading the news on that. So the amount is $20 a month. But once again, when you've got income coming in, it's coming from that. Now remember this, when we launch this program, people are going to be able to pay directly into the program using their NLA coin. So we all know that people have quite a large number of NLA coin. So the out-of-pocket on that is going to be very affordable for the NLA community. So it's just an area where the so we'll be able to look at it from there. So Archie, just the third link doesn't open. Okay. Try it without the HTTP in it there, Archie, so that it's really an area. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. Depends on what program you're using there. But just try pasting it into your browser with email plus income.smada. So I'm not sure what Frank's question is there about being locked out of all the accounts. We only talk about the email accounts at this stage with it, Frank. So if it's to do with email, there's anything else out there, I don't want to get into answering those. With filling out the registration form, Margaret's asked, do you need to fill out the registration form if we have the at South Africa now? No, anyone that's applied for it there doesn't need to apply again unless you want another email address out there. So therefore if you do want more positions in the matrix, well then each form you put in addresses a position in the matrix. So what we're doing is that, look, Janice is asking for a date on the launch. I've got a team actually building the site now, and so this is an Australian team. So we're not linked to the banks or South Africa, because there's a time difference with that. It's really a difficult one. So what you have to do, and what I'm doing at the moment, is compiling all of the things that we want built into the program, because you can't add them later easily. So we're just compiling up all the different elements that we want built in, so that people have got a rather good experience in the site. So we are building on that now. Gene, the branded email is $20 per year, and the matrix is $20 a month. Is this correct? So no, I want you to forget all of the information that initially came out, because we are dealing with two different things. And so this is a standalone. When we first came out with it, it was slightly different, but we will do another email on how you link your accounts to it. So the $20 a year does not apply unless you don't want to go into the matrix, and I'm not sure why somebody wouldn't at this point. But what would happen is that if you didn't want to go into the matrix, you have a master email account, and that would be linked to your NLA accounts, and from that you'd be paying $20 a year. Nothing on the linked on the accounts in South Africa. So, but look, I won't go into it because it's going to confuse it. So let's just try and focus on what we've got here now with with the matrix and the email program. There's a crowdfunding question there asked by Andrew. We're not answering them at the moment. So we'll deal with that at another time, Andrew. Cecil's asking the anticipated launch of the program. Well, look, we are looking to launch this as quickly as we can, and we'll be announcing some other things to do with the coins. That's very exciting, but right now we're just dealing with this program. But we are in the process now of supplying our builders with what we need built into the email program. So once we get all that together, I would say within a month they will have it completed and we'll be able to launch it. So so it won't be that far off, and it's immediate income once we place people into the matrix. It's going to be any downlines immediate income for you. So there shouldn't be any other out of pocket from particularly the members in this webinar. So Margaret's asked 20 master email account $20 a year. Once again, if you're in the matrix, the $20 a year doesn't apply. That's only if you just want your one account, no involvement with the matrix, and just simply wanting to have your other accounts linked to that master account. As I said, this was originally, we looked at it to help members who are using the DOT system. We have members with hundreds of accounts, and they had to try and come up with something to eliminate the DOT system. So that's where it was first looked at, and we had certain things we were doing. And as we started really looking at it closely, we then started to think, well, hang on a minute, we can probably present our members with a program. And this is all about increasing the value of our coin and circulation of the coin, because the more circulation we have with it, obviously the more the coin will increase in price. And I happen to know that over the coming next 30 days or so, you're going to see a tremendous increase on the coins in our exchange. The bank are becoming further involved with it, and I won't go into that now, but it's really exciting times out there. So we'll deal with that when we have. All right, so I'll go for Andrew again. Andrew, look, I'm just having trouble understanding what you mean there. We've got a branded email. It's called email plus income at nextlevelafrica.net. It's the Next Level Africa brand that we're promoting. All right, I'm going to hand this back to Angelina now, and I do want to thank everybody for turning up. And as I said before, if you really want to get up front and with this particular, I would be mentioning it to your family and friends out there that you want to become involved, because once we open it up to the rest of the world, there's going to be quite a bit of demand on it. I already have interest from quite a large number of groups, but before we'll allow them to do anything with it, I just want to make sure the NLA members have the first bite at it. All right, thanks everybody, and I'll hand this back to Angelina. Thank you again.
During this presentation, based on the fact that we sent it out originally with a little bit different intent. So take your time, listen to the webinar recording when it comes out, give that recording 24 to 48 hours as normal, and you know, we'll just take it as it is. We are very excited. It has tremendous potential, and thank you for people who are supporting us. So that being said, we look forward to being able to sit with you again in another webinar. Thanks everyone. Have a terrific day wherever you are. Bye for now.